Right guys, thanks a lot for joining me on this playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition. Now I'll need to give a bit of background on what's happening here. I was running around, being a nice guy as I always am, talking to people, helping them out, and I came across this person called Frederick who wanted me to play some dragon lures. Now he's a guy who studies dragons and he calls them the most misunderstood creatures of all time. So I decided to help him out by placing those dragon layers, and the objective here was to simply study the dragon's eating habits or eating patterns and hunting patterns. But little did I know that I was on the menu. So I've obviously recorded the gameplay and I'm recording over that as far as the audio goes. So that's mainly because I was too tongue-tied to say anything.
I want you to know, you're the best.
Iron Bull's quite happy about the fact that he's going to be able to fight a dragon, and as you can see in the distance over there, the dragon is coming in. She will.
An impressive creature. There is a purity in such undiluted power.
She will circle around once and land finally. So just to let you guys know, this is about 4 hours of footage that I've compressed into 30 minutes because I died. I died a lot. And it's not easy taking this dragon on if you're at the level that I'm at. I'm at level 14. So it's definitely not easy.
Looks like dragon territory. Oh, this is going to be good.
Alright, so this is the first time I came across the tail swipe, and the tail swipe killed me a number of times along with this fire breathing portion. I don't know what to call it. It's just a breath of fire. There are a couple of more attacks that the dragon has. There's one more. In fact, I didn't figure this one out till quite some time. I tried to get out of this circle thinking that maybe I'll get hit if I stay in the circle, but apparently if I stay in the circle I don't get hit. If I'm anywhere outside I do get hit. Right, it's barely been 1 minute since I'm into the fight and I'm already chugging down potions, so I was pretty sure that I won't be able to do anything on my first attempt at this, but I got quite close as far as I remember. And Iron Bull is a waste in this fight. I mean, he charges in and the dragon fries him literally. He's barbecued the Iron Bull a zillion times and Iron Bull just hasn't tried to defend himself. The score on this is quite awesome. Oh, that's amazing. Just look at that dragon. I think it's gonna shoot some fire, fireball. Yep, there you go. Iron Bull down. Alright, so we cut ahead a bit where I tried to revive Iron Bull and I didn't realize that I was getting burned and Iron Bull dies in a short while. There's that breath of fire again. So Iron Bull chugs down potions like mad. Right, so I'll show snippets of this first fight, but after that we'll just get into the awesome moments, which is effectively me dying. So we're pegging away at the dragon's health. If you look at the top right hand corner, we're about halfway down. I think I got about 3/4 of the health on my first try. I think I got a little more than 3/4 in fact, but well, it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough for quite a number of times. This, like I said, this is about 4 hours of footage, so this is me trying to figure out what this circle flap thing does, and now I just thought of using the mark power of the mark or something like that. I don't know what it's called. It's a special power that you get where the whatever's inside the mark takes damage and gets slowed down by the mark. This is awesome. And there's a lot of this happened, by the way, a lot of this. A lot of me running around and dodging. And that's mainly because I'm alone now. Everyone died. And I knew at this point that there was no way I could get the dragon. So by now I've figured out how the dragon attacks, well, more or less, not in great detail. And that's the fire getting me. So if you have kids and you want to show them what happens when you play with fire, this is a great portion to highlight. Alright, so we died once and we're back a second time. This happened about 17 or 18 times, by the way. I'm not going to show each and every time this happened, but most of the time it was me getting fried or me getting bitten. And by the way, the last playthrough is completely uncut. That's the one where I killed the dragon finally. That is awesome. I'm just gonna shut up when that starts. Blasted by a fireball over there. You know, I figured out that if you hit the dragon on all 4 legs, it starts bleeding, and finally she falls down, and you can go wham 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 on the dragon a number of times. So that's what that's what I'm trying to do actually. I'm trying to once again dodge, but I'm trying to get the dragon on all 4s, hit the dragon on all 4 legs, and hoping that she'll fall down. This is where I made a mistake. I tried to run away instead of going into where the circle was, so Dragon King, death by dragon. Well, actually the first 17 or 18 minutes of this playthrough are death by dragon 101, and after that it's just pure awesomeness. The last battle was awesome. It was amazing. Lightning doesn't do much to her, and fire obviously doesn't do anything. But if you use a cold staff like I was using the Tempest or something, she really gets hit. So I had given Solus the cold staff. I was using my sword and shield. I was Solus casting Winter's Grasp. And as you can see, Iron Bull's down. I mean, Iron Bull was extremely useless in this fight. It was me not being able to negotiate the rock. I wonder how I negotiated the dragon. Right, this is the power of the mark once again. So later on I realized that I should do the power of the mark first, since we've got everyone alive at that time and we'll do maximum damage. I mean, look at that. The first time I saw the red bar in the top right hand corner, I almost shat in my pants. It was amazing. I was shitting bricks throughout the 4 hours. And the black stuff that you see around the legs is the blood that I was talking about. That's how you can damage the dragon and get it to fall down. The hitbox on that fire breath is a bit off. I mean, I was quite far away from the fire breath, but I still got burned, so... Goodbye. Time to die. Time to die? No? Time to die? I'm trying to revive Solus. Oh yep, I remember this one. I managed to revive Solus. He cast barrier on me, saved me for some time. I died and then I took control of Solus. And this was a horrible playthrough. I could barely get him down to half his health. So now I'm in control of Solus and I have no idea how to work him. But you can see I'm using the Tempest, which is a cold staff, and which does cold damage, and I'm doing quite a lot of damage. Alright, goodbye. This was hilarious. I think this is death number 4 or something that you've seen. This is gonna be death number 5. Honestly, I think the dragon just needs to sneeze on me and I'll die. I can be flattened by the dragon just stepping on me. Thankfully that doesn't happen in a game. So death number 6 on its way. I mean, this is where I started getting the feeling of Dark Souls. You walk into a boss area and the red bar shows up and you've got that feeling of dread. That's exactly what happened every time I went after the dragon. It was a feeling of pure dread. So once again I was quite far away from that dragon breath and I got burnt. Goodbye. That was a bad tail swipe. It got everyone. I think there were 2 people alive at that time and it got both of us. So for quite a large portion of the battle, I was fighting it out alone. Although everyone did help out in the beginning quite a lot. But I think this is the one where no, this is not the one. So I got the health down of the dragon quite a bit in that one. But there was one playthrough where I almost managed to kill her, but I think there were just a few more hits that were required, and she managed to kill me before that. And that's me being a klutz and walking into fire. Tip for those playing this, do not walk into the fire that you see on the ground. And obviously you can't do fire damage to her. Goodbye, again, and again, and again, and again. Yep, this is where I figured out that I could use the shield wall ability to deflect the fireball rather than trying to dodge roll through it. That looks awesome. And that led to my guard being built up as well. So I learned quite a bit about the game mechanics through this fight. Yep, this is the one where I almost killed her. As you can see, she's got just a bit of health there. And she puts up her guard, so I need to break through that guard first. But I don't think I can, and she manages to get me. Yep, a dragon bite. Alright guys, so this is the final playthrough. This is where I managed to get the dragon finally.
Today is a very good day.
Ironbull gets all excited about seeing her coming in, but isn't of too much help when the fight starts.
Looks like dragon territory. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Alright, so guys, I'll stop talking now and I'll let the video do all the talking.
Look at that! That is magnificent!
Alright, so that was perhaps one of the best fights that I have ever come across. I mean, Dark Souls had a lot of these, but Dragon Age Inquisition just took this to a whole new level, to be honest. This was an amazing, amazing battle, and I'm saying that after spending about 4 hours on trying to defeat this dragon. Mind you, I managed to defeat the dragon a couple of times in the middle, but it just so happened that somehow all my allies came alive without me reviving them or something. Maybe I moved too far away from the dragon, so I went out of bounds. I think that's what happened, and it felt like a cheap way to defeat the dragon, which is why I did not consider those wins as wins really. So we finally got the dragon down, and our next step is to go and talk to Frederick and maybe kick his ass. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. It's been an awesome, awesome playthrough. I just couldn't wait to get this out there, even though I know I haven't uploaded the rest of the playthroughs that happened before this. I had to get this out there, which is why I'm putting this up first. And I hope that we come across more battles like this one. It was quite amazing, so thanks a lot for watching. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. And as always, please keep having fun. Just don't try to see dragons eating.